Welcome to Small Town Pulse with Steve and Melissa, where the stories are good, the coffee's strong, and the charm is home brewed.
We bring you the heart of small town living,
One story,
one sip,
and one beat at a time. Welcome to Small Town Pulse with Steve and Melissa. Today we have Terry Vaughn, president of Main Street. He'll be bringing us news of a great event, Dinner in Jail, and giving us information about how you can be a part of this fun event. Welcome, Terry. Long time no see. But
It's glad to be back. I think I sat in that chair last time over there with Beverly.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of years ago when we talked about one of the events. I'm not sure which one it was, but yeah, glad to be here.
Awesome. So Dinner in Jail, it's one of the favorite events on Main Street that everybody talks about. So give us some information about that.
and it's got a new little twist this year.
It's got a new twist. Although I've heard that twist has been there before. Finally learned that, but actually I did quite a bit more research this year about the history of the jail, as well as Dinner in Jail. When I was doing my history, I found out that the first Dinner in Jail was in 2014, so, or maybe 13. Yeah, I think this will be our 13th edition.
Wow.
And pre-COVID, it actually got pretty big. During COVID, all of the events, fundraiser things kind of went, shrunk down. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. As a part of being the president of Taylorsville Main Street, when I started last year, this is my second year on there, I basically made a mission to say, look, Beverly's not doing all the work. Taylorsville Main Street and Beverly are like, you can't, those just like peanut butter and jelly, right? They go together. But she was doing all the work. So I said, look, we will have a co-chair, and the co-chair will lead it this last year with Beverly. Well, now the co-chair, my next mantra was, the co-chair, you are the chair. So this year I own it. And we've got different people that own the Gourd Festival, and different people that own Progressive Dinner, and different people that own Girlfriend's Day Out. And so it's a lot of fun. I get to do it, on my own, but I got a group of people, so it's good. It's we're gonna have live music this year. It'll be the first time since, well, we had live music once, I guess, but we're stepping it up a notch. We are also having, it's more like a cookout theme, although it's going to be you're in jail kind of cookout and kind of an elevated experience dinner cookout. So we're working on that still as far as how we're going to do all that. And we're going to have a jail and bail. So when you go to buy your tickets at the Red Scooter or the Teacup, and there's a form that Bev and Dave fill out. They'll ask you, would you like to put someone in jail? I tell you what, I put up the posters, and I had so much fun talking about jail and bail. Just everywhere I went in town, it was like, because I would talk to a person that would be like, not the manager, it would be the workers. You could put your boss in jail. The girls there was like 5 or 6 at the U of L, the new U of L immediate care that we have. They went out, took pictures of this. Will you go get someone from Lebanon, Kentucky for us? I was surprised how much fun I was having with promoting Dinner in Jail, and the jail bail was a big hit. So.
Well, that's usually the thing. If it's something that you really like, it's easier to sell it and be out there and say, hey, this is a great thing. And so, yeah, it does make it a lot easier. And like I said, I remember we did the state fair a couple of years ago, and everybody was taking pictures with
the jailbird.
The jailbird,
yeah.
It was the biggest hit at the state fair, and that was just before Progressive Dinner. So people were like, a lot of people came to Progressive Dinner thinking that it was Dinner in Jail, and I kept trying to explain it to them. No,
it's all right. They showed up. Yeah,
and they had a good time then too, and then came back for Dinner in Jail. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, I know it's one of the bigger events that Main Street has out there. And so you said there's going to be a little bit of a twist. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it? You want to keep it secret?
Well, there's actually 2 new things. Okay. The jail and bail is one.
That's the big twist.
Yeah, that's the big twist.
So there's no eating dinner in jail. Everybody's going to eat outside.
Yeah.
And we're going to utilize the jail for jail and bail.
Okay. So and Melissa and I have both, we're both newer members on the Main Street board, and when I first went, I said, I gotta have dinner in the jail. When Melissa went last year the first time, she goes, I want to have dinner in the jail. Well, you're in the jail, you're kind of isolated.
Right.
Like all stuff, the music's going on, the big tents outside, and you're in there in a jail cell. Yeah, you meet a few people, but this year we're going to make 2 tents outside to eat, and then we're also going to have a stage for the live music. So it'll feel like there's more people, right? And obviously we're promoting it a lot. The next thing we're going to do is this is dual purpose. It's tough to on the Taylorsville Main Street, we're apolitical. Like we're not politically aligned with anybody. So it gets a little touchy when you do stuff with the local politicians. It can be perceived. So what we are calling it is a meet and greet. So before dinner, before the live music starts, we're going to use the stage. Let the local politicians have 3 to 5 minutes, which means we can have about 10 of them. So we're going to invite them all because it's right before the election. May 19th is the election, so we're about 3 weeks ahead of that. David Young, who's our best recruiter and best communicator of what's going on, he's already got 3 or 4 folks that said they want to come and talk. So that'll be good. The other purpose that we're doing this is, and this hasn't been announced publicly, it hasn't even been announced on any electronic digital communications.
So hold on, so this is a Small Town Pulse exclusive?
This is a Small Town Pulse exclusive.
Wow.
Awesome.
This is
Our first.
I literally just got goosebumps just like when we said that.
Yeah.
James Allen Tipton and Mr. Higdon, our representative and our senator for the state of Kentucky, have been incredible advocates for Taylorsville, for Spencer County. We've been participating in a community-wide planning activity through some stuff actually through tourism. We bought, Catherine brought the secretary for tourism, heritage, and the arts, and he came and just spoke one day. And I think Karen was there, the mayor was there, Scott was there, and he basically said, hey, what should we be doing as a community? He says, we need to do like Paducah does. Like they put together like 5 projects, and then they take a team of people and they go to Frankfurt and they meet all the legislators and advocate for their projects. So we did that. Like we literally had like 3 weeks from the time we heard, we had to start planning, and then, well, the Taylorsville Main Street Beautification Project, all $574,000 was approved in the budget this year. I've been out here for 8 going on 9 years. Never happened. Never happened. We've always self-funded everything we did. Now, some people will say, well, hey, that's a lot of money. Why should I donate to? It's a lot of money. I can tell you.
It takes a lot of money to revitalize the street.
And what we're going to do is, Main Street, the historical district's a couple blocks. And we have nice stamped concrete and the black poles where we hang Christmas lights. Well, those black poles are now, and that stamped concrete, are going to go from where events on Main all the way to the bridge on 44. And we're going to put new lights on the bridge, just like the ones on Jefferson and Bloomfield Road. All the telephone poles will be removed. So now you'll have this beautiful open, be able to look all the way down Main Street from one end to the other. And very excited. So you guys are the first ones to know. However long it takes us to get this put together and get out there, it'll be a part of the advertising. So it's great. So we're going to recognize, those people as part of the event and allow them to speak, but we also just want to recognize them. So that'll be a part of our promotion stuff that we're putting together over the next few weeks. But you're the first to hear.
Excited?
Awesome.
I mean, I do, but.
Yeah. I didn't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you.
I know you haven't. It's been a busy month.
Yeah.
Well, literally, that was last Thursday, wasn't it?
It was.
It seems like so long
I
ago.
know.
It was
I know.
literally last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
James Allen Tipton came.
Yeah.
Came and told the whole team.
And came immediately, pretty much after
The
the Senate vote or state vote. Or
The vote, they ended it at like 11:30. Said he got to bed at 12:30 that night, and he was at our meeting the next day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
to deliver the good news.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And we will say So we had 5 projects that we submitted. 2 were accepted. The beautification was one. I'm not going to tell you what the other one is because we need to save that for another small town pulse. Melissa knows what it is.
Yeah.
It will be. It's very exciting as well. So
that works. That works. So so now we'll bring it back to dinner in jail. Date is the 25th.
Saturday, April 25th. It's always the 3rd Saturday in April. Just just for
Planning
continuing to
purposes.
get out there, planning purposes. All of our events are on usually the 3rd Saturday or whatever, except Girlfriend's Day is on the day. It's always on August 1st, I think, or whatever it is. Yeah. So, but yep, dinner in jail. 5 o'clock. We're gonna have start a little bit of the music, let people gather on the meet and greet and type things, and if some political folks want to speak, we've got people running for county clerk and magistrates, and we've got some people locally here that are actually running for the Senate seat, and so it's good. So have opportunity, meet a bunch of people, and then dinner is going to be at 6, and music will start, and then 45 minutes or so later, the music will kick it up a notch.
And then we're gonna put some people in jail.
Yeah.
Right. And a very important thing, this is about having fun, kicking off the year. So, yep, we're going to supply the lemonade and the iced tea. Anybody, you can bring anything you want. So bring your bottle of bourbon, pass it around the jail cell if you want. Bring your beverages. It was when I started talking about BYOB, it was kind of like shh, like last year. And David goes, "Yeah, we used to do this all the time." So it's okay. So we'll be behind the courthouse. We'll be at the jail, so you're fine to bring.
Well, that's it. You're
better.
right by the jail, so if anybody had to be put in jail, there you go.
When it gets too intoxicated, we'll put you in and come back and get you the next day.
That's awesome.
You will have a rough night. Let me tell you.
Not very comfortable.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
I bet it's not. What about volunteers? Do you need volunteers? Anything else that we can help you guys?
We always need volunteers, and just the simple things like we usually work with Dwight Martin and I can't think of the name of his company, but they supply the tents and the tables and the chairs. So we're always, there's always a few of us helping just get that stuff set up in the morning, and then taking it down. Right now, Dwight and his team, they put it up and take it down, but we're always assisting. Trash cans, cleaning things up at the end. We're just trying to make the good experience. We don't want all the people that show up to cook out. Usually people chip in and help do those things, but we need volunteers for that stuff. So it's very important.
And where can they sign up for volunteering?
You can show up at the Red Scooter or the Teacup. David has the information about how to get signed up. Kim Elsie, who's the organization chair, or they can reach out to me directly. I'll give you my phone number. It's 502-718-3707. Give me a call. We always need volunteers. It's amazing when people say, hey, I'd like to volunteer. They don't know what, but they just want to participate.
Yeah.
And sometimes they got a hard time getting a hold of us. So that's why I'm putting my phone number out there. And go ahead and give me a call, and I'll get you hooked up with Kim. She's got a list of volunteers, and so that'll be good.
And tickets are $30.
$30.
They can get them at the Red Scooter or the Teacup,
Correct.
and that's where they can also sign somebody up to go to jail.
Sign somebody up for jail. Basically, what that part is, when you get your tickets, or you can go sign up and just do this part if you're not going to dinner and you really want to arrest somebody. We're basically, for a $25 donation, we'll arrest somebody. We'll attempt to arrest them. Now, we're going to call them and say, you've been arrested and you need to come to the jail. We're also working with the local sheriff's department, and they've participated in the past, and they may show up at your door and say you're arrested. But for $25, you at least get the benefit of saying, I arrested my mom, my dad, my daughter, my best friend. So you can, for $25, that person is going to know that they've been arrested, and they need to report to jail. So we're hoping to amp that up, communicate that, because I think we can have a lot of fun with it.
It's awesome. And that's going to be April 25th,
Mhm.
right downtown in Main Street.
Right at the. So many people don't even know that we have this old
Yeah.
historic jail. They don't know where
Well,
it is.
That's
They
it.
really don't know anything about it.
And that's the crazy part is like, where's the jail?
Mhm.
Well, and I wrote this down. So the very first jail was built in 1825 and 26, 200 years ago. In 1852, they built a new jail, and it was literally right behind the courthouse. Well, in 1913, the courthouse and the jail burned down. In 1922, so 104 years ago, they built the current jail. So it's 104 years old for $2,066.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You can't buy a couple of bricks for $2,000 today.
And that was probably a lot of money.
That was a
I'm
lot of
sure.
money.
Yeah.
1922, I was shocked and
Yeah.
that they even had it in like the list of stuff. And that jail was functional until 1985.
That's the crazy part.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the really
And they
crazy
deemed
part.
it outdated. Now, if I would have told you that story and said, well, that jail was in use until 1985, and then you walked over there and looked at it, you would have go, no way. So yeah, it's been in use, and then the Gourd Festival took it over, and they had a gourd shop in there for a while. So 200 years of history sitting there.
Yeah. That's
And,
awesome.
so we're gonna make sure
And you
people,
get to come see it for just $30.
or 25, you can arrest someone,
And they can see it.
and they can see
They
it.
Up
can see
close
it
and
from the
personal.
inside. Inside and out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You come?
25th.
It's a Saturday.
I know. I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
if
think
you're
of
arrested, you
if
kind of
I'm
have
home.
to come, right?
Not if I'm working.
Oh,
Look,
You'd have to come arrest me in Shiloh.
we could probably make that happen, Steve. Would you like to be arrested?
On a Saturday? Yeah, that's only time and a half. Don't arrest me on a Sunday. That's so that'll cost me too much.
So if you hand me $25, we'll get you out of work.
Look at this fundraiser however you want.
That's a good one.
It's seriously crazy how much fun you can even have talking about arresting somebody and spending. What else can you spend $25 on and have fun?
Right.
Just talking about it is fun.
Yeah.
You know, whether it gets executed or not, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's
Just
awesome.
full disclosure, we can't make them come.
No,
We can't make them participate. We can't make them come to the event and all that things. But we're going to do our best.
Yep.
To try. So everybody that pays to have somebody arrested, we are going to do our very best to get them there.
And we'll get pictures of them and so it'll be a lot of fun. We're trying to amp up the fun aspect. And so if anybody has any ideas or anybody wants to volunteer, again, you got my number, 502-718-3707, and come and have a lot of fun at Dinner Jail.
And maybe might be too late for this year, but maybe next year do wanted posters with the person on there.
Oh, there you go. I'll have to write that one
I'll write
down.
that one down.
Wanted posters, yeah.
Good deal. Well, we will see who shows up and who gets arrested, and I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm going to end up in there by somebody.
It's kind of like the Masters.
Probably my husband.
The Masters golf tournament, that as I was growing up as a kid, like it's spring.
Yeah.
When the Masters happens,
Yeah.
it's spring. When Dinner in Jail happens, it's springtime now.
Yeah.
And we're in full-fledged mode to raise money and get the projects done. So
Awesome.
folks, you're gonna see a lot of changes. We're putting up a clock tower on Main and Main Cross. We're putting trees on Main Street. We're gonna be very visible with the stuff we're doing on Main Street because of the funding that we got approved from the state. So thanks to Scott Travis, Karen Spencer,
Catherine at Tourism.
Catherine did
Vicki
it.
Gleason.
Yeah, we got a lot of people to thank.
Yeah.
It was a full team effort.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on.
Glad to do it.
That's all for today's episode of Small Town Pulse. Thanks for sharing a little bit of your day with us.
We'll be back soon with more voices, more stories, and more of the heart that makes small towns shine.
Until then, keep listening
Keep smiling.
and always keep your finger on the pulse.